We're going to look at Flipit.com, other websites that are using AdSense. That way we can get an idea of where we should place our AdSense ads. The first site is lraf.com, and you can see that there are some ads here already. These are not AdSense ads. These are some other kind of ad. So let's see where their AdSense ads are on this page. So far, I'm not seeing any AdSense ad on this page. Let's look at one of the pieces of content. Okay, so again, these are not AdSense ads, but there are a lot of ads on this page. So this is kind of excessive. And then this is the AdSense ad, and this is the AdSense ad. And so you have one piece of content here. So this, I'm not sure how this will do over time, just with this many ads. This is pretty ad heavy. But if we ignore that, then you have just one ad above and one ad below, which is not a bad way to go. ifont.com, this ad, they have ads on the right here, and this is actually in a widget, so I'm not sure if they're making money. I'm not sure who's making money on this AdSense ad. So it could be either the owner, or it could be Feedzilla that's putting that ad on there. I haven't used the widget before, so I'm not sure. So this, on the right hand side, you can see that this is actually a bigger frame for the ad than it is fit. Sometimes if there's a thinner ad or an ad that fits within it, they'll swap it out. And this could be because this is a higher paying ad, or there's no inventory for the bigger ad. So these ones are on the right hand side. This is cloudadvocate.com. You have an ad at the top and an ad right here. This is how I used to do. I used to do one ad at the top up here. I don't generally do that anymore. But you really have to test. Some websites, they work better with this design. So if you tried it a different way, maybe it wouldn't work as well. And let's look at the next one. Paul's Photo Equipment. This site's not making very much on AdSense. It's just making a very small amount. The main way that this site makes money is by affiliates. So all these cameras, all this content is going to be leading to some place like eBay or Amazon, and then they make money every time a camera is sold through one of these links. Here's another AdSense ad. One thing you can notice is that this ad at the top should be in line, so there's something wrong with the formatting here. So that's just something to be aware of. Keep things looking nice whenever you're going to be fitting them in, so it makes your site look better. Facebookcoverlover.com. So on the pieces of content, they have one ad at the top here above the content, and another ad at the bottom. Now I've already seen let's just look at one more thing. Okay, I want to get a text ad to show up. So let's see if we can get a text ad to show up here, because the colors that they have in the text ad are actually pretty good. See, you can see how this color blends with the site really well. That's what you want to do. Now, sometimes you need to test. So first, always just put it to another color of the site. And actually what I do sometimes is, just depending on the color, I would go right click, view page source. Actually, no, let's go inspect element. And so you can see that this color, you can get the colors right here. So this is actually the color code. So if this is your website, the easiest way would just be to grab this color code, and then whenever you're setting up your ads, you just put that in as the title of the ad, put that as the color, and it will show up it will show up as this exact color, so it'll match it extremely well. So that's just right click and inspect element for whatever color it is that you want. So for instance, if you wanted this, you could right click, see if this works here. So you have the color right here. So that would be the color code that you use. So that's a good little tip. Another thing you can do though is you can also try contrasting it. So you could use a different color that stands out. You could even try using like black. You could try using green. Basically any other color. Test out some and see what performs better, because different colors do perform better on different sites. And if you can increase it, then that's just more money in your pocket. So this top accommodation, I looked at this one, but this one didn't really have any revenue on AdSense. So here's another example. This is a simple way that I would recommend starting your placement, is basically just have one ad at the top, and I would recommend a box ad and then have one at the bottom. So basically the reason why this setup is kind of good is because whenever somebody looks at this on a mobile phone, this area here is what is going to show up first. If you have an ad over here, then the person has to look at all this content, all of this, and then at the bottom it would show your ad. So it would be like going all the way down to the bottom, and then below this there would be an ad. So the person who's surfing the website may never get down that low. If they're looking for information on this, they might get to here, read it, and decide to leave. So this way, there's an ad up front, and this ad will get the most clicks. This ad will get more clicks than this ad will. Now, this is another example of just basically the same kind of a principle. This is a website that has just talks about jewelry, and there's one ad at the top here, and there's one ad at the bottom. You can see here that this ad is not blended. So if this was to be blended, it might be this color, but it's not. It's a different color. So that it probably because it was tested out, and this is what performed better. So there are a lot of different ways that you can start out. I recommend the simplest way to start out is just do something like this. Have an ad at the top, have an ad at the bottom, and just focus on getting that content in so you can build up more visitors.